he could develop this relationship with me and that I would cooperate. But I mean, everything you said about the racial dynamics, all that is true, but I just want to be clear, I didn't continue it because I was enjoying it. I didn't enjoy the idea.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant.
I know you didn't. I just wanted to make that clear for the audience. But I think he could see that at that point in my life I was really, depressed. And I will admit, I mean, I still am. And what's odd, Alexis, is no matter where I am, it doesn't matter which city in which I'm living, I just tend to attract this type. Meaning it doesn't matter if I'm on the street. I have, random men, men of larger stature than me, just able to stop me and say, I want you to suck my dick. I want to fuck you. And I just wonder, like, what am I doing? And, even my friends, my friends always ridicule me. They're always telling me, like, what's with you and all these black guys who are, like twice your size? And I tell them, I don't know. It's just, I just attract it. I don't know if it's my voice. I do not know if I emit a smell. I mean, I don't know what it is.
It's your energy field, because I'm glad you're admitting what you're feeling about yourself. And I'm telling you, although you feel weak, it's like they see a weakness in your self-esteem or some kind of fracture there that allows you to be subjugated and dominated temporarily, but they also still see your power. There's still some type of affluence in fucking a smaller white man in his ass that seems to be insecure or vulnerable. So you still subconsciously have the power, although you're saying subconsciously parts of you doesn't like and respect yourself. So it looks to me very clearly you have this same contradiction in your own mind that these black men have in their mind. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They feel powerless. They don't like themselves. They don't like being black. They don't like being big black niggas. So the only way they can have some kind of sense of power and control is to pursue a white man that's successful, that's intelligent, that has white skin privilege in his ass, because it makes them feel powerful while they're tapping into your asshole, tapping into the power you have, but also have the powerlessness, which allows them to put a big black dick in your ass while they have such a sickness in their minds. So you see what I'm saying? So you all are having the same dynamic bouncing off of each other, mirroring each other.
You're right, because, the white men that I've met and, that I slept with or, just maybe, gave him a blowjob, whatever. I remember on 2 occasions, both white men just complained, you have no confidence. But I noticed that, the African-American men with whom I was sleeping, they never said that, and I think, so it's because it's visible that I'm someone who's a perfectionist who constantly berates himself, who will never be happy with himself, and that I'm so remote that I think I do attract a certain type. And I know someone in your chat room made the comment that I may feel guilty because of a racist family. Well, I think because can I answer that person?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, La Clara, you're right that I could have guilt because I can feel guilt about my racist family. Well, I think as a responsible citizen, yes, I'm white, and I acknowledge that I am a beneficiary of white supremacy, but I don't feel guilty in that I feel the need to be overly kind to people to compensate for that. I know that I have the potential to be racist and to wield power, but because I'm aware of that potential, I'm not. And I think what people need to be focused on are white people who are not aware of their complicity with racism, because they're the ones who are racist, and they are the ones who are enacting those relations of power, whereas those of us who know that that exists, we're a little more sensitive to the problem. And I think this is why I'm even able to discuss this with Alexis, because I am sensitive to this, and the fact that I see it repeated again and again in my relationships, I'm willing to discuss this with her in public. Not because, it feels good to do this. I mean, it's very humiliating, but at the same time, I feel that it needs to be discussed because it's not just this one guy. It's a lot of different guys.
A lot of black guys. Tell them about the guy you said, the black guy. He is married to a woman and has a daughter. He does the same thing.
Well, right, yeah. I remember once he was here, he was actually on the phone with his daughter in front of me, and then And I'm thinking, this is so bizarre. You have a daughter, you're on the phone with your daughter, assuring her that you will help her with her homework, but then you're going to fuck my ass before you get home to help your daughter with her homework. And it's the same insofar as, like, he's very dominant. He's very, very dominant. And I can tell, you know, when he is, when he's fucking me, like, I can tell that for him, like, there is an enactment of revenge, just the way he stares into my eyes, you know?
And you saying he carries you, he'll carry you around in his arms like a little girl all around the house.
Yes.
And what does he say, or what does he do? He just wants to hold you, have you bouncing on his lap like a little boy, just bouncing around and then walking around carrying you, and then he fuck the shit out of you and go home.
Basically, yeah.
What kind of things does he say when he's bouncing you on his lap or carrying you around his arms?
He just, you know, I guess he just will explain how much he missed my ass, how he wants my ass, you know, how he likes, you know, just he likes how thin I am. You know, like, it's basically that's the conversation. And
does he make you feel more comfortable than the other man? Is he kind to you? Does he want to?
Yeah, he is. I mean, this one is, I mean, he's kind. It's just the dynamic is somewhat the same, except, like, we're more affectionate with one another, and I guess, I guess we actually have a conversation. Does that make any sense? And there's foreplay involved. But it's ultimately, it's the same situation insofar as, you know, when I notice this man has orgasm, like, you know, the fucking becomes really hard and intense, and then I will open my eyes, and this one, instead of with me on my stomach, he likes to fuck me when I'm on my back.
So he can look in your face.
Right, and, like, the gaze is one where, like, it's, you know, I look at it and I'm wondering, like, are you disgusted with me or are you enjoying yourself? I'm so confused because I can't interpret it because it seems as if, like, you can see the mixed emotions on his face. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
And, I mean, of course he's married, so I'm sure he's already conflicted. But the fact that, you know, he also admitted to me, I will only sleep with white guys.
Wow, so he will not sleep with a black man. Will he let you fuck him in the ass?
Oh, this one? Hell no.
So he only, these certain black men you deal with only like to dominate white men?
Oh, no, they're tops. And, I mean, they explain, like, I am a top.
But what I'm wondering, it's like when you said it, I just felt some pain in you. And I just want, I don't know if you're addicted to letting people do you this way, or do you just like one-night stands? If you do, that's okay. But I'm just wondering the types of one-nighters or sexual intercourses that you're picking, these types of men.
Most of the men I meet again and again, meaning it's recurring. And so I wouldn't say they're one night.
You don't have to put up with that. You don't have to. You can pass that by. You can set another standard, just like we did with the law of attraction. You can focus on what your self-hatred and low self-esteem issue is and start working on fixing it, and what type of man that you know you really deserve to attract. Because if you keep accepting them because they come along, then you're going to stay in that trap because it's so much energy that they're putting on you, because now you're being the feminine receptacle, and they're dumping their self-hatred, their rage, and their jealousy and their anger about white skin privilege into your asshole, and then they pulling power out of your asshole, leaving you vulnerable, leaving you more wounded and weak, because now you're like a dump site for them. All their toxins, all their fears, all their sickness is now being implanted in you, even with the condom.
Right. Well, yeah. And I mean, and it's not just me. I mean, you see this again and again. I mean, you know, I know so many, I mean, you see so many couples with a really big, muscular African-American man with, like, a white guy who's half his size.
Oh, I see white women with real big mandingo-looking men.
Right, and you see white women with with that too. But, you know, even in the gay community, you see the same thing. And, you know, I think we have to be honest. I mean, you know, the gay community
is right.
I mean, you know, I mean, when you think of the gay culture, I mean, gay culture is American. It's something that's now being exported to other countries, so it's colonizing the world.
Yes.
You know, just as people colonized the world in the 17th century, now you have people colonizing the world with their gayness, creating sex tourism locations throughout the world, and so, you know, I think we can safely say that, you know, the gay culture is inherently racist, because it is, and anyone who wants to deny that is in denial. And so I think when you see that